What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the SH Monsterarts Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's right, my Zillions. More than 2 months after unboxing this guy, I'm finally getting to the review. It's been that kind of summer. Yeah, Monsterarts sitting in my backlog. It is what it is. It's not the only one either. We'll get to another one soon, but for now we're finally getting to this guy. I think this guy looks really cool. I think that's what I said during the unboxing. I could be wrong. I actually can't remember, so it'll be fun for me to start over anew. I got this guy from Amazon Japan, I believe. There was a price drop on it, and I was just like, you know what? The price drop plus shipping from Japan was like better than the best price here in the US. I didn't get it at the time of release, but I did want it. You know, I've seen it a bunch of times in person, and it looks fantastic. So I was really excited to get it, and you know, to get a little bit of a deal on it was definitely the way to go. Really like this side of it. I like the photography of the figure, kind of like dressed up a little bit, you know, little bit of airbrush into it. It looks really, really good against this background, unless it's just art, but it looks like the figure. Either way, it looks good. Really nice cover here, cover, box. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here's the dragon out of the package, and he's pretty cool. He's already on his stand, as you can see, with all the trimmings. This is everything that comes in the package. You get the stand, and you get his energy ball? I don't know. I found different names for it, so I'll just go with his lightning energy ball thing. It's kind of cool. You do have to put in some of these like energy flash thingies that are popping out of it. And that, you know, isn't the, like, easiest thing to do. I mean, you gotta find the right ones, you know, the right spaces for everything, first of all. And sometimes you think you have it right, and then it's like, no, this is not where it goes. But it's okay. I mean, some of these, like this one looks like it's about to fall out. There you go. So now you can see. They are keyed, so it's a matter of finding the right sweet spot for it, I guess. Well, the right spot, period, I guess. But they're cool. They're like almost like glass, you know, in the way they look. And that's pretty awesome. You know, you got blue at the edges, white towards the middle, and then the little energy around it, the lightning, is blue as well, translucent blue. It's pretty cool. And then the ball itself is like a marbly thing. It's pretty cool. I like that. I think that looks really, really good. As you can see, you pop it on the stand, its own stand with articulated arms, and yeah, it works. The rest of the stand is pretty cool. As you can see, you have little hands there that hold up his wings, and you could, you know, adjust it because, again, articulated arms, and you can adjust it towards the middle if you want, or as I have him at the end, so his wings are completely outstretched. And then he has a little seating bed here that totally fits, you know, him perfectly, him, her, it, perfectly, whatever. And yeah, it works. It's, you know, it's huge, but I don't mind this, actually. I don't. Sometimes I don't like stands, but I think this works out pretty good. He sits on there pretty perfect, you know, and that's what counts, right? Like, he's not like, I don't have a fear of him falling off, which is good. And, you know, the extra spot for the energy ball is sweet. I do dig it. But let's begin to concentrate on the figure itself, and we'll start out with articulation. The mouth opens and closes. The tongue does move. I think. Like, I think it's on a little ball joint there, yeah. And then, you know, you could do whatever you want with the jaw. Slack it for all I care. And then, you know, you got the neck joint, which has the neck joints, multiple joints. It's almost like its own tail. And it's got multiple, you know, ball joints holding it together. Works very, very well. Then you have ball jointed shoulders, which I just pulled out. Haven't done that at all the entire time I've had this, but now I just pulled it out. And then, yeah, so you got the ball jointed shoulders. You have a hinge at the wrists. You have hinges. Well, that was at an elbow. These are the wrists. So you can move it around like so. No extra hands. This, like I said, this is everything you got. We already showed. And then the body moves around pretty good there. You can see it's a big old double ball joint in the middle. So you know, you got a lot of segments there. The wings, you have the hinge here. And then these are, you know, very typical of Monsterarts. This is hinged, but these are on like little ball joints sticking into there. So 1 and 2. It works. It works. I mean, I'm not getting any crazy things popping out on that one. You got the legs on ball joints as well, and hinges at the knees. And you know, you could turn them as well. And then double joint here at the ankle. This one goes into there and down here, which is cool. So no toe articulation, but then you do have a really nicely super articulated tail. All the joints you could possibly want are here and present in the tail. Now, the one thing I want to bring up here is this is okay, because this feels like a little cover that they did there. But the fact that I could see some of these joints, like in the elbows and the wrists and the knees, is very unlike Monsterarts. It's more of a Figuarts thing. Like Monsterarts, they go out of their way usually to cover up joints, and it's odd that it's not really the case here. I mean, it blends decent enough, but I feel like it maybe even a different color, like maybe more of this white would have been better, because I don't know, it's weird to me. Is it weird to anybody else? Because I thought it was a little bit weird to be able to see most of the joints where usually there's something covering a lot of these joints. Just some food for thought. And taking a look at blue eyes in full. Let's look at those blue eyes, shall we? Pretty nice. Done in a metallic blue. Very well done. I do like it. And the overall look of this guy is pretty cool. He's got white in him. He's got this kind of like bluish metallic sheen to him. Like there's a pearlescence about the entire figure that's just really, really nice in hand. Very, very cool looking. I do like it. It's very nice. It's very different than the other white dragon, Blue Eyes White Dragon we looked at from Fat Mojo. That was basically just like silver. This at least has white in it, with this sheen that's like, you know, like shading, you know, and it looks good. It looks really, really good. I do like it. Like I said, the eyes look good around the eyes. It has some really beautiful sculpt work. A lot of nice folds and wrinkles there. It looks very, very nice. Right up to the edge of his like beak or whatever. It looks really, really good. I think that's very, very nice. I like these like spikes that come out here, and then into these little fins that are on the side. I don't really like love how it really looks like it's just placed there. You know, I wish it just looked a little bit like more seamless. You know, it's a separate piece, and I don't know, you really could tell it's a separate piece. So I wish that looked a little bit better, but the piece itself is really nicely sculpted and painted, so no issue there. The inside of the mouth is very nice. You got a really nice looking tongue. It's only one color, the tongue and like the roof and bottom of his mouth, in kind of like a maroon. It looks pretty good. The teeth are in white. Clean, looks good. The bottom jaw looks pretty good too. Very nicely done. Then these parts here are really interesting. I do like them. Scaling or whatever. The neck is pretty good. Yes, this like kind of, I don't know, line, seam, whatever it is. You do have to move it around a little bit to get it all aligned, but you know, whatever. I don't really care about that because it could happen. But you know, there's various points where it looks like the paint like it's dark right there for some reason, and not, in other spots. A little bit up here, but it's a little iffy on that. This side's a lot better in that regard. But that spot, could be a little bit better. This piece here looks pretty good all the way around, like the collarbone, and then, all of this coming down, the armor here, whatever. Looks really good. Again, some of these are floating bits, which are pretty cool. This whole motif goes all the way down through the tail. It has a very, like armor, like medieval armor look to it. Although, I gotta say, it's not, I guess it's kind of medieval dragon-ish. I know there's a lot of Egyptian influence in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but not really familiar with everything about it, so I don't know exactly. But it's very well done, and definitely reminds me of kind of a medieval-ish look as far as armor goes, if not the actual dragon itself. The back looks pretty decent. Again, sculpt and paint look pretty good. The wings are really, really nicely done. Very, very cool. I wish it was a little bit better blending from here to here. I don't know if I pull this out. A little bit, I guess I could see, the blending there. But, I mean, that's minor because he really, it can be a different color. These colors are all represented. It is more metallic the further in you go. That's pretty interesting. I do like that. The front looks pretty good too on the wings. I know, separation here. I wish we didn't have it, but that's basically how we get all these wings to be articulated, unfortunately. I wish somebody would take a stab at doing like a soft plastic with bendy wire. I think that would work good for the inside of the wings. What do you guys think? For one of these winged beasts, I think that might be a really good way to go at some point. The arms look pretty good. I really like the hands in particular. Very, very nicely done. I like these claws. Again, I will point out the joints. Very Monsterarts like. But otherwise, I think they look really good. Kind of bony. Really, really nice. Legs as well. Same motif. Looking pretty good. Oh, I did want to mention... Where was it? In the legs? Yes, in the legs. So... you do have these kind of sprue marks here and here. Some mold flashing or whatever. It is what it is. It's behind the knee, but I wish it wasn't there because I do keep seeing them. It's on both sides, so it's obviously uniform and, whatever, cut they made there, it's on the same spot basically. But otherwise, the legs look pretty good. Again, see the joints, but... look, see here, they covered it. This is more of a cover to the joint, and that makes sense. This, I don't know, it's just a ball. It's weird. The feet look pretty good, though. I do like those. Very nicely done. Again, the motif, color motif, you're getting throughout. There's no, extra variation here. It is what it is. These are the colors of this guy, and this is the colors that you'll find on here without any variation except for the eyes and inside the mouth. But that said, it all looks pretty good. Honestly, I like this pearlescent look to him, and I like the shading. Down the tail it looks really good. Everywhere it looks pretty good. So overall, I think this is really, really nice. A really, really cool looking piece for sure. And happy right now, and I can tell you this right now, to say that this is a huge step up on any of the Monster Hunter stuff that I've reviewed. That was pretty much a disaster for me, that subline of Monsterarts stuff, and I've given up on that one. But this is pretty good. It makes me want to get the Black Dragon now. I was on the fence on that one. Had to see how this one turned out, but I'm really liking this. It's really good. The only pop out I've had was the shoulder during articulation, but otherwise, yeah, it's a good one, guys. It is a definite good one. So for our size comparisons, first up, let's do a couple of Monsterarts so you can see the size of this one. It's definitely kind of in its own scale, you know. It's not going to be scaling with the other figures. Much bigger than Godzilla here, Godzilla -1, but not so much so against Jet Jaguar. So Jet Jaguar fits pretty well because Jet Jaguar obviously is even bigger than this, but it's a different scaling. Because this is made to scale with the Gigan and Godzilla 72, and in those terms it works well. And I think here it works pretty well too. And here it is with a Haya and a Super 7 figure. Yeah, granted the Super 7 figure, it's kind of a little bit of a specialized figure. That was the closest one I had to me. But with the Haya, I think it works pretty well, honestly, like scale-wise. That's a much better scale here than like the Monsterarts Godzilla, so that's pretty cool. So if you wanted to have them fight, yeah, why not? Let them fight. And last but not least, here is the Blue Eyes, a White Dragon with the Fat Mojo version, as well as the Winged Dragon of Ra. And you know what? These guys scale pretty well together, so if you want to surround your Shima with the Fat Mojo stuff, you could certainly do so. And I like this one. He's a little different, you know. Let's just take this one away because, you know, this one is what we really want to see. And I like this guy. I do. He's pretty cool. Like, very different look, but it works. And again, I think they scale, you know, rather well with each other, honestly. So well, that's pretty cool. I mean, he's got the bigger wingspan and all that, but otherwise, yeah, not bad. And my final thoughts, I really like this figure. It's really, really cool. I have a few minor quibbles, as I've pointed out throughout, but overall, it's really nice. So it's a really good dragon figure. It's got a really nice sculpt, a really nice finish, so I'm happy with it. It's a much marketed improvement over anything that I've reviewed in the Monster Hunter subline. So glad to see a new subline in the Monsterarts line that's, you know, good. So it's a good start for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I don't really know it well. So, like, you know, it really had to impress me to want to continue, and so far so good. Like, the Black Dragon, the Red Eyes Black Dragon, I want it, but like, it's gonna be a while. I'll say that before I'm even attempting to get it, because there's so much coming out from SH Monsterarts and so many other things to get in this fall and winter. So it's got some competition, but Perfect Storm arises, you know, deals and whatnot. I might, you know, partake on it, and you know, that's a testament to this figure because it's really good and it makes me want to get that figure at some point. So stay tuned, we'll see how it goes, but this one is pretty good. Like I said, minor quibbles aside, and I'm happy about that. And there you go, guys, that's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Till next time, peace out.